about your businesses and the fact that you are a business coach. You also own your own businesses. You are truly in the game with regards to being a good entrepreneur. And one of those businesses is, of course, your coffee shop. Tell us about that coffee shop.
So the coffee shop's called Koinonia Coffee Shop. It's actually one of the oldest Christian coffee shops in Cape Town, and we were blessed to be able to buy this last year. So we've had it for about a year and a month now, and it's been going nice since. A lot of people don't know that we've now changed it from Koinonia Coffee Shop to Koinonia Restaurant.
We don't know that yet, so now we know.
Absolutely, absolutely. You heard it first.
I heard it first.
You heard it first.
Along
with thousands of others that are tuned in.
I've scooped everybody, so
absolutely. So yeah, so we're going to be opening for dinners soon.
Yeah, why that? Why that change?
What I found is I've always given business owners advice, saying that if you have an asset, you have to optimize and maximize that asset. And I came to the realization that whether we open for 1 hour per day or 12 hours per day, the rental amount is not going to change. So why not maximize and optimize the asset that we have and open for dinners, try, let's see how it goes. It's festive season now, people want to spend money, and as an entrepreneur you want to get your hands on some of those monies.
And of course I can go pop in on my way home.
Absolutely.
Finally.
And there's been a demand. A lot of people have been asking us, Lester, when are you guys going to open for dinners? This is such a nice place. I mean, we've been coming to this place since 1995, and we have people that come all the way from Somerset West, from certain parts of Cape Town that sometimes they have to pass at least 15 other coffee shops or restaurants just to come to Koinonia.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of legacy. We have big shoes to fill to ensure that the quality doesn't drop, that the pricing remains competitive, that the atmosphere that people can enjoy in that coffee shop is still there. So we have a huge responsibility from that perspective.
So why a coffee shop, Lester? Why that?
Also,
or at least now going into the restaurant business now.
Yeah. A lot of people, they always say at one stage they had this dream of owning a coffee shop. Okay. Now it was my wife's dream, and eventually we made the decision. Okay, let's go into this. Koinonia was a second option that we went into. There was another option, but after doing the due diligence, we found that no, this is not as viable, as feasible as we thought it would be, and we felt that Koinonia is a nice place given the fact that it's playing in the Christian space. It speaks to us well. They offer more than just food. And we thought what a privilege it would be to manage or run or own that place. I'll say this, it's not an easy job. It's not as glamorous as people think. There's a lot of learning curves, there's a lot you have to stay abreast of. And I've used some of my business skills to change some of those things around, and even small things as simple as changing the music, small things as simple as changing the color of the decor. All of those things make a huge difference in terms of where you put what on the menus, etc., etc.
But at least you have those insights as to what you teach other people, and you know what works and don't work, and trial and error and the like. But I want to get back to something you said about that Christian space. Why is that so important also to have that? And I know people say, but coffee is coffee and food is food. But why did you want to create that space, or continue with what you had before and now improving on that?
Well, it's a good question. Someone came in there one day, because as you come in, you'll see a nice little cross as you enter, and a little Bible open below that as well. And one guy, Christian guy, actually came to me and said, Lester, if I were you, I'd actually take that off you, limiting your audience, and some people will take offense to that. And I listened to him, and what I had to learn to do is to listen to ignite, not really listen to respond, because as soon as someone attacks you with something, you are ready with your weapon and say, the reason I do it is because of this, and that. And I thought about it, and I thought, should I do that? And then I realized, no. Why? Because if you are speaking to a specific audience, then you do what is appealing to that audience. Now, and we don't want to get too spiritual about it. Where the Bible is open, it speaks to a very specific verse in my life, and I felt that where I am now is a direct result of that verse. So from a spiritual perspective, I decided to keep it there, but also from a strategic perspective. What differentiates us between any other coffee shop is the fact that we are able to relate to the needs of the people that come there. Yes, coffee is everywhere. In fact, the same supplier that supplies our coffee beans supplies multiple other coffee shops as well. So there's no difference in terms of the taste. You can't control who your food suppliers are. You can't really control who this is or who that is. So you manage the manageables, you control the controllables. So we wanted to keep a certain atmosphere that attracted people to drive 40 kilometers just to come for coffee.
Yeah.
Where they could get that same coffee somewhere else, but
Yeah.
they can't get that same ambience or that same experience.
Yeah.
People always forget what the food tastes like, but they'll never forget the experience they had in that place.
Look, I've seen other businesses from other religious aspects where they don't make apologies for what they display in their stores and the music they play. And I don't think we need to take a step back. In fact, the very essence of what we want to portray, you can do there in your shop and be the change that you want to see.
I can
in
be
your shop.
me there.
Yeah, of course.
That's the main thing.
And you
That's-
don't have
that's
to
home.
apologize for that.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about your menu, because we're going to sample some of those things, and you've displayed this thing here on purpose so that it tempts me. But you got to show that to the camera, of course. People want to see your food.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do that, but somehow
Lift it up.
Yeah, lift it up. You lift
I'll
it up.
lift
You
it
can just show the camera what you got. What's on your menu? What do you specialize in,
Okay.
Leicester?
So I was running a bit late this morning, so I just put what I could on the board just
Yep.
for sampling. So this over here is what we call the Big Full Sandwich.
Yeah.
Now in Koinonia itself, we are known for the Big Full range. I named it after myself. I
course.
felt that
Yeah.
because my personal brand is slightly higher than the brand of the coffee shop, I'll use it as leverage.
Yeah.
You know, another business technique that I've learned there. So on the sandwich, you'll find bacon, you'll find eggs, you'll find cheese. You'll find another layer of bread, then thereafter you'll find some chicken, you'll find some avo, and you'll find some pesto. So there's literally 6 different things on the sandwich over here, and there's a reason it's called a Big Full,
Yeah.
because it's a big guy.
Yeah.
And then that usually comes with a side salad to ease the conscience just a bit.
Yeah. Just.
But
just-
for the guys that
just
are
to-
unapologetic, you know,
Yeah.
this
You
is
gotta-
this is for the fatties like me. So if you are a big eater like I am, this guy over here, this is our Big Full burger.
Aye.
Now, what I didn't do is I didn't put the homemade patty on there because it's actually a 200 gram. It's a 200 gram patty. So I thought let me rather ease it up a bit. This usually comes with some fries or some chips as well, and it's bacon, it's egg, it's a bit of a garnish, a salad. There is usually pineapple on there. There's avo on there. There's a bit of chicken on there, and there's onion rings as well. So that is our Big Full burger. Then of course we have the Big Full breakfast, and breakfast usually contains the bacon, the eggs. You'll notice that there's a lot of bacon and eggs.
I see.
So we have bacon, eggs, we have sausage, we have hash browns, we have chips, we have onion rings, we have juice, comes with a cup of coffee as well. We have there's so much I'm struggling to remember all of them. And mushrooms we have, and I think there's one more item that I'm missing. I said hash brown, eh?
Yeah, you're messing people around. This is Mark, I'm hungry. You must please share. Leicester, het gaan nie gebeur nie.
There we go.
But we are sharing though, and a couple of weeks ago I've opened up that experience to a couple of our listeners, and they're going to come join you. I think tomorrow, I think they'll come and join you. And so that's just a taste of what they're going to experience. And then the personal touch that you do give them is that you'll make them the cappuccino, whatever
I'll
that
be
is.
making that myself.
Yeah.
They will see me there personally. I recently learned how to make the heart and the tulip, and I'm still struggling with the Christmas tree, but I'm getting there. I think we need to get there because we're going to that season.
Yeah.
But speaking of coffee as well, we developed something that is also relatively unique to Koinonia. And what that is a coffee plank. So it looks like a bit of a cricket bat.
Yeah.
And on there we have little tot glasses. And in the first tot glass you'll find a straight up espresso shot.
Okay.
So that is designed for a Monday morning,
All right.
you know. And that usually comes with a little bite-sized cappuccino muffin. And then you have a little mocha. So mocha is a little chocolate essence with the espresso topped up. And then that comes with a lint ball. And then you have a chai latte. For those who's not really into caffeine, chai latte is more of a tea, and you get that with the ginger biscuit. And then the last little thing you get, the last little tot glass, is probably the most expensive thing on the plank. And that's a glass of tap water.
Yes.
Just to rinse, just to rinse in between to make sure that the taste.
It sounds awesome, and I like the fact that you're creating that space for people to come and be themselves in that space as well.
Absolutely.
And you spoke about the ambience, and I think that's important for a lot of people. Why would they drive 40 kilometers to come? So there must be something about the place and the owners as well. So congratulations to you and Nicole. I think that you guys are doing a stunning job with regards to that. And Looking forward to sample some of your food, of course, but we need to also tell the people where are you situated. People always ask, where is that coffee shop? So where
Yes.
is it?
Okay, cool. So we are on 19 Golf Course Road, and that's in Sabran Park. A lot of people don't know where Sabran Park is. It's on the border of Rondebosch and Athlone. So if you know where the Rondebosch Golf Course is, it is literally in that same road,
Yeah.
on Golf Course Road, number
Yeah.
19 Golf Course Road.
What is your operating hours, Lester? I know you're talking about extending it, of course, now, but what is...
At the moment.
Yeah.
So at the moment we open at about 8:30 in the morning and we close about 4:30 in the afternoon. Saturdays we usually used to close at 1, but as of next week we become a full-blown restaurant and we close about 9 o'clock at night.
Awesome, man. And I
We
think...
closed on Sundays though, sorry.
Cool. But I think you've done a great job, because when I get a message like this, Lekker Diet sounds absolutely yummy as Marco. He surely knows how to talk me hungry.
Ah,
So that's good.
lovely.
That's good.
I'm happy.
No, and it's Lester. How can you not know this is Lester?
I think the name she's talking about is the name of the coffee shop.
Oh,
So
what's the name?
Yeah, it's Koinonia Coffee Shop. Koinonia actually means fellowship with God.
Of course.
So Koinonia, Koinonia, Koinonia with a K. So yeah, it's a bit funny off the tongue if you don't really know it.
I
If you
don't
heard it for
know.
the first time.
I don't know how they say swallow ship, but I'm going to create a name for that. Because that's what's going to happen now. We're going to have
For
some
sure.
swallow ship. I'm going to leave you with some good music, and then I'm going to slot in your particular songs just after that. But Lester, thank you so much for coming in and telling us about your restaurant
Yeah.
on Food Friday, or Lekker Diet Friday as we call it. And may it be successful for you this summer season, with your extended hours, with your full-grown and full-blown restaurant.
Thank you, Marco. Bless you. Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, and so Lester, I was tempted to let Lester ask himself a question and answer that, but
Thank you, Marco. Yeah, you didn't throw me the deep end over there.
yeah. So how does it feel to be on the other side?
Lovely,
Right?
lovely. I think I should do more of these. Put you in the hot seat, get you
Yeah.
asking all the questions.
Oh well, we could do that. I operate in your space a little bit, so we can do that. Well, so with that, let's go to that break, and I'm gonna play some good music. I'm gonna have a good time in the lounge with the rest of the staff. Lester, thank you for providing us with this beautiful looking food over here. So let's go have some of that. It's time for Lekker Diet. And listen, guys, I'll be back in a bit.
End of the year, and what better way to celebrate it than on the football pitch? The final season.